We'll start this morning with some big breaking news, positive news for Arsenal.
When Victor Gyökeres was officially unveiled as Arsenal's newest signing, one of the most iconic figures in the club's history simply could not contain his emotions. Thierry Henry, Arsenal's all-time leading goal scorer and one of the greatest strikers to ever grace the Premier League, quite literally exploded with joy upon hearing that the Swedish star had joined the club. For Henry, this was more than just another transfer. This was a moment of vindication, hope, and raw excitement that reminded him of the energy he once brought to the pitch wearing the famous red and white. Henry has been a vocal admirer of Gyökeres for quite some time. Over the past year, as the Swedish international tore apart defences in Portugal with Sporting CP, scoring over 40 goals across all competitions, the French legend repeatedly spoke about him during pundit appearances and on social media. He praised not just Gyökeres' scoring ability but his movement, strength, work ethic, and intelligent runs, traits Henry knows all too well from his own legendary playing days. When the transfer to Arsenal was first rumoured, Henry expressed quiet optimism. When it was confirmed, however, he didn't hold back. Witnesses close to Henry said he was in a television studio when news broke officially. The moment the Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal headline flashed across the screen, Henry reportedly stood up, raised both fists in the air, and shouted, "Yes! Yes! That's the one!" He was seen pacing excitedly, clapping his hands, and smiling from ear to ear. His reaction was caught on video by one of the studio crew members and quickly circulated online, going viral within hours. Arsenal fans loved every second of it, with thousands retweeting and replying, calling it the seal of approval from a true club legend. In a follow-up interview, Henry elaborated on his excitement. "I've watched Victor closely. He's powerful, smart, fearless. What I love the most is his mentality. He wants to dominate. That's what you need to wear the Arsenal badge. You don't come here to just play, you come here to win, to fight, to score. And he has all the tools," Henry said. "I'm not saying he's me, or anyone else he's Victor. But I see a hunger in him that reminds me of what it takes to succeed at this club." Henry, who knows better than anyone the expectations that come with leading the Arsenal line, has been cautious in the past when discussing striker signings. Over the years, he has offered constructive criticism of forwards who failed to live up to the responsibility of donning the number 9 shirt or leading the attack. But in Gyökeres, Henry sees something different: a complete forward who can combine physical dominance with technical precision, who thrives under pressure, and who is entering his prime at just the right time. What adds to the emotional weight of this moment for Henry is Arsenal's trajectory under Mikel Arteta. The club is on the rise again, having challenged Manchester City until the final weeks of the previous season and now assembling a squad capable of sustained success. Gyökeres isn't coming into a broken side, he's arriving at a team on the brink of greatness. Henry sees this addition as the final piece in a puzzle that could bring silverware back to the Emirates, and the emotion he displayed is rooted in that belief. Privately, Henry has remained in contact with figures at the club. Sources say he was aware that Arsenal were seriously considering Gyökeres as their priority striker for months before the deal was completed. He even made calls to backroom staff to express his support for the move. While he holds no formal position at the club currently, his voice carries weight when Thierry Henry speaks about strikers. People listen. His joy at the confirmation of the deal wasn't just about fandom, it was the culmination of a hope he had nurtured for months. After his initial outburst of joy, Henry went on to break down what Gyökeres brings to the table on a tactical level. He's not static, he's always moving, pulling defenders around, creating space. He finishes with both feet, He's deadly on the counter, but also capable of holding play and linking up. This isn't just a finisher, this is a complete striker. Arteta can build so many plays through him. Henry emphasized that Gyökeres has the right kind of aggression. He's not afraid to take risks. You need that. I see in him a little of what I had, not just goals, but that will to destroy the opposition, to lead from the front. Henry's comments sent a ripple through the Arsenal fan base. Supporters began revisiting Gyökeres' highlight reels with renewed appreciation, dissecting his goals at Sporting, examining his movement, and comparing it to some of Henry's own finishes. One clip that stood out showed Gyökeres sprinting past 3 defenders before finishing with power and composure, a move eerily similar to some of Henry's famous goals against Liverpool and Tottenham. The parallels weren't lost on the fans, and certainly not on Henry himself, who shared the clip on Instagram with the caption, "Now that's what I like to see." The excitement is not just emotional or nostalgic. There's logic to Henry's enthusiasm. Gyökeres fits into Arteta's system like a glove. Arsenal's attacking play relies on fluidity, sharp interchanges, and vertical penetration. Last season, the Gunners created numerous chances but were often let down by a lack of cutting edge in the final third. While Gabriel Jesus, Eddie Nketiah, and Leandro Trossard offered different qualities, there was a feeling that none of them were the true number 9 Arsenal needed to consistently convert dominance into goals. Henry believes Gyökeres is the answer to that problem. And it's not just about scoring, it's about attitude. Henry spoke about how important it is for a striker to carry the psychological burden of expectation. You're going to miss chances. You're going to be criticized. But the real ones, they keep coming back. They don't hide. Victor has that bravery. That fire. And that's why I'm so happy, he said during a special segment on the Arsenal transfer. As the new season approaches, Gyökeres is already showing signs that Henry's faith is well placed. His early training sessions have impressed coaches and teammates alike. Videos emerging from London Colney show him scoring in a variety of ways, from close-range finishes to long-range rockets, and more importantly, showing sharp movement and intelligent decision-making. He's been linking up well with Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard, 2 key players in Arsenal's creative engine. The chemistry is building fast. Henry has also hinted that he hopes to meet Gyökeres in person soon. "I want to shake his hand and tell him this club is ready for him. But more importantly, I hope he knows we're behind him. Not just the fans, but the legends too. He's not alone in this." That statement carries weight. For a player joining a massive club with enormous expectations, knowing that a legend like Henry is in your corner can be both motivating and comforting. The Arsenal community, players, staff, fans, and alumni all seem aligned in their excitement about the new signing. But it's Henry's reaction that has captured hearts. It's not every day you see a football legend express genuine, unfiltered joy over a transfer. It reminds everyone what football is about: passion, hope, and belief. Henry's joy is a reflection of every Arsenal fan who dares to believe that this year, with the right pieces in place, might just be the one that ends the wait for a league title. Henry's explosion of joy is more than just a reaction, it's a signal. A signal that something special is brewing in North London. That after years of rebuilding, Arsenal might finally be ready to reclaim their place at the summit of English football. And at the heart of that belief is a powerful, clinical, and hungry striker named Victor Gyökeres, a player who has already won over the hearts of fans and the respect of one of the greatest to ever play the game. As the Emirates prepares for another thrilling season, and as Arteta fine-tunes his squad to challenge on all fronts, one thing is certain: if Victor Gyökeres performs the way Henry expects him to, Arsenal won't just be celebrating goals, they'll be celebrating history. And somewhere, watching every moment, Thierry Henry will be smiling, maybe even exploding with joy all over again.